Okay.
Hey everyone, just wanted to recap 2 days of training. This was November 3rd, Thursday, and the 5th, Saturday. And here I just want to show you some of the stuff I do when I warm up. I have it's not a lacrosse ball, it's a little bigger, like a yoga Go Fit ball. And I'm just rolling out my hip flexors, my TFL, my glutes. And then this is a stretch I do for my hip flexors. It's kind of like going on a clock. I try and go, like 9 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12, and as you kind of get internal rotation straight ahead, and then external rotation of the hip you're trying to stretch. So kind of get all the different planes. I sped this up so you don't have to go through all of it. But when you get to the other side, it's really tough. If you're not, it's just hard to balance and a tough angle, but just go as far as you can in each direction. I try to do about 5-6 passes, and then I'll do both sides. And then next is like a little activation thing I do for my glutes. I just have really tight hip flexors just between my quads, and all the squatting and deadlifting and all that, they just tightens up. So it's really trying to do a lot to stretch my hip flexors and counteract all that tightness and activate the glutes. Really important. So not using your low back and hip flexors and stuff. So I just kind of keep my upper body still, put my head down, and just use my glutes. I kind of go straight up and down, and I'll go like up and to the side, and just trying to warm those up. And just go through some warm-ups. I just plate jump, 1 plate, 2 plate, 3 plate, but I'm not going to show every plate. After I think the second or third warm-up, we'll switch to, we'll add the hundreds in. And in between my warm-up sets, I'm still rolling out and stretching and stuff. So I like to just do it all at once, so I feel like I'm warmed up. This is Chase, one of my clients and training partners. He's got a meet in about 2 weeks, and he's going to deadlift with me. He worked up to a heavy single today. Actually, 2 heavy singles. Here's 425. I like to lift with either my rider wear shoes or my wrestling shoes. They're just really flat, really close to the ground, and really light and comfortable. So here's my last warm up. Here's Chase's first heavy single. His previous meet max was, I think, 518 or 521, somewhere in that range. So he's due up for a big PR from that. Here's my top set of the day. 675 for 6. It felt pretty good. I'm trying to throw a belt on. I've never belt when I deadlift. I just never get comfortable. But this time around, this prep, I'm trying to get it in early and try and get used to it early. So I got about 8 weeks to get used to it. But here, I definitely still was not liking it. Really want to throw up. But the weight felt good, and despite the collar falling off, I finished all the reps pretty easily. And then here's Chase's top set for the day. I think it's 550 for one. I think we're shooting for the 560s, 570s for his meet. He gets this pretty easily, so I'm glad he gets some confidence in. Nice PR, and then we'll go for a big lift on this meet day. Here's my second movement. It's banded RDLs. I did 3 sets of 6 here. I really like the band or chains because I usually struggle on my lockout, so this really puts all the toughest makes the lockout the toughest, so I'm training that the most, and hope it really translates to my heavier deadlifts when I struggle at the top. So these really fry your glutes and back and hamstrings, and that's it for that workout. I did some hamstring curls, but we're not gonna show that. Here's the second workout, Saturday, some benching. On deck is 4x4. So Chad usually gives me a range. So I think the range was like 405 to 4 or something, 400 to 425. So I kind of just usually just start with the lower weight and just work my way up, see how it feels. This is probably the second time I've gone over 400 pounds on a working set since my pec tear about 6 weeks ago. But all these warm-ups, my last 3-4 bench workouts have all felt great. No pressure, no pain, so really happy about that. So here's the second set, 411 for 4. Move pretty good. Bench is feeling great today, so just kept adding 5 pounds. My friend was deadlifting there, so we kind of ran out of 45, so we had to use some kilo plates to throw in there. That's why the math is a little bit off. And this last jump, I was actually supposed to go to 426, but I definitely mathed wrong and went to 431. And I almost got the 4th rep. Definitely if I had done 426, I would have been all 4 reps, but despite that, I'm pretty happy with, even though I missed this last rep. I just couldn't lock it out. I just 4 sets at all those, all the previous sets really fried my triceps, so I just couldn't quite finish strong there. And then second movement, we got wide grip. I did 3 sets of 5. Started with 375, or 365 actually. Went up to 375 and did 2 sets there. And this is one of the 2. Then I move on to some dips. I did 3 sets of 10. I just incorporated dips like this is the second week, second or third week. So slowly building up all the weight, just getting used to that. You gotta, it's really hard on the shoulder joint sometimes. You just gotta, sometimes if I'm not feeling good there, I won't even do them. But this is a great great transfer to the bench and stuff. So. And I'm just kind of wincing because my joints were kind of hurting on that, elbows and shoulders, but it didn't bother me after this set, so I'm doing good. Moved on to some shoulder raises. I think I did sets of 10, 3 sets of 10, and then my last set I did like a triple drop set. Nothing special or complicated, just lift them, go heavy, build up the shoulders. So I think we're doing 60s here for 10, and my last set, I think I'll jump up to 70s for 10. And when it gets up to this weight, I mean, you're going to have to swing no matter what. You can't just stand perfectly still and expect to lift that out to the sides. So, still trying to, it's heavy. You can use momentum, but, we're not really form police here. It's not hurting my shoulders or anything. Just getting a lot of blood and destroying my delts here. Move down to like 45s, I think, and then pump out another 10. It's about as much cardio as I'll get in my prep. And I think I finished with 25s. Just pump out, I think 10 to 12 more. So I can't really get them up any higher. Gas out of that, we got one more exercise. These are JM presses. It's kind of like a half tricep skull crusher, half close grip. Just kind of like, just want the bar to go straight down, and you feel a lot of pressure in your triceps. And I did 3 sets of 10 to 12 here with 225 to finish the workout. So that's it, guys. Stay tuned next week for even heavier weights. Should be I think we'll be 8 weeks out next week. So stay tuned.